Sprott Language College has 3 amazing locations across Canada, one of the most unique ESL programs in Canada, and thousands of graduates who all experience the SSLC way, with memories to last a lifetime. SSLC has a variety of programs to choose from. Learn the skills you need for today and tomorrow's world. Our ESL program is like no other in Canada. We put you in 5 different classes and make sure you're in the best level for each class. Different levels for different skills means you're going to progress how you want to and how you need to. Or you can take programs that focus on areas that you want, like business and speaking. After all that hard work, join us on after-school and weekend activities. Explore the fun of Canadian cities, history, culture, food, or get out of town and enjoy some beautiful Canadian nature. It's not far. SSLC lets you live your dream. One of the best places on earth, one of the best schools that gives you the skills you want. You can enjoy living in Canada with your new friends from everywhere. Come on, this is Canada. This is SSLC.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to SSLC's special reopening webinar. My name is Ilyas and I'm the Pathway Program Manager here at SSLC. I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. Today we have our beautiful campus director, Vancouver campus director, Corey, joining us today for our special webinar. Hi, Corey.
Hi, Ilyas. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm really excited to be here and telling everybody, letting them know how we're opening, what we're going to be doing, and welcoming students back. It's going to be exciting.
Great, and it was a great video in the beginning. I love that phrase, SSLC lets you live your dream.
Yeah, SSLC, I mean, we have a lot of options for students, right? With our programs, it's structure, and we know that students still have dreams. They still want to come to Canada. And we are excited that next Monday they can walk through our doors again. Yeah, it's going to be
exactly. So we've already announced this in advance, and I've been announcing this during our Pathway webinars. We are reopening next Monday on July 6th in Vancouver and Victoria. Our SSLC campuses in Vancouver and Victoria are reopening, and as well as our sister school, VICCC. Vancouver International College Career Campus is also reopening in Vancouver as well. So we are really excited to be reuniting with our students, our teachers, our staff, and my colleagues. And today we're going to go through some of the stuff. Of course, we have to follow some rules and regulations once we get back to our campuses in BC. And today, Corey is here with us to go through those details. And of course, we have so many questions in mind. And today we have our students also joining us, our current students and students who were waiting for us to reopen. I'm sure they'll ask lots of questions as well. And we have Corey here today to answer those questions. So thank you, Corey, for joining us today again.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here for sure. I think, we'll cover lots of things that obviously we need to, but if people have questions about things, all kinds of questions, yeah, we're definitely, we will answer them. We want people to feel comfortable coming back, and be it even academic questions, right? Not even just about the campus. But yeah, Vancouver and Victoria are opening. It's summertime. Doesn't really feel like summertime in Vancouver yet. Right? Yeah,
it's been raining lately. And by the way, happy Canada Day.
Yeah.
It was a Canada Day yesterday here. It was a bit rainy, but it was nice to have the day off. Of course, we are returning to campuses, but health and safety of our students are is our top priority here, right? As well as our staff. So Let's go through some of the stuff that our students need to know for Monday, as well as our staff. And then we can take questions from our audience. They can simply type their questions on the chat box, or we can even invite them live on stage to ask their questions. So Corey, let's start with next Monday. So Monday is our first day after almost 3.5 months.
Yeah,
right?
3.5 months.
So we were temporarily closed on March 17th, and finally we are now ready to reopen on Monday. And for our Toronto campus, hopefully we'll be reopening in August. So we are monitoring the situation in Ontario, and as soon as we hear from the government, we'll be reopening in Toronto as well. So what our students should expect to see on Monday? Can we go through the steps that they need to know for Monday, for their first day back in classes?
Yeah, for sure. We can go through that. Before we do, I do just want to say to all of our partners and our students and our staff that we thank you so much for these last few months. Everybody has really put in more time, and we know that, for students it was a big change too. And I know that they're excited to come back, right? The students that were with us, for months before COVID, and they stayed with us online, and now they're still here. So that's really awesome that people have decided, that their education is their focus. And, just like the rest of us, they were in lockdown in their homestay or maybe their student residence. So I just want to say thanks to everybody for that. But yeah, so like Elias said, before students come, so actually what we're doing today is teachers are going to be showing in their classes today a safety video that we made. We're not going to share it with you guys because I think most people know how to wash their hands, I hope. But it's really like we're going through all the steps from when students arrive on campus. So for example, the first thing that everybody needs to do before you leave your house, right? Okay, how are you feeling today? We're asking people, right, to do a health check. And so signs are posted up around the school for that. And definitely it should be done when students, when students leave their house, right, even before they come. Then when they arrive at the campus, we'll be telling them what they need. So they need to have a mask, right, or a face shield. We have them for students, so students can wear, like you've seen, maybe some really cute designs, right? Some nice colorful ones, they can wear those, or they can wear the disposable ones. We've got lots of hand sanitizer. So on the health and safety side, we're letting students know, even when they come into school, we're going to get a little more exercise as well. So SSLC in Vancouver is on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floors. And so SSLC Victoria is in the basement, just down kind of ground level. But we're asking students to take the stairs. So if students are physically able, please don't take the elevator. So you'll be taking the stairs. So we'll all be going up and down a little bit more, right? Work off those potato chips that we ate when we were stuck at home. And then once they're on campus, physical distancing everywhere. So we've got floor signs reminding people. We're going to have different start times, break times, lunch times, and finish times. So people will come in a little bit differently. So we're not all crowding at the same time. All the classrooms, so I helped, right? I don't really have muscles, but I helped move some tables. So we've set up all the classrooms so everybody is sitting 6 feet or 2 meters away from each other, as well as the teacher. In each classroom, there's hand sanitizer, there's tissue, everything is ready and set up for students. And really there's a lot of reminder signs. I think, we're going to do a lot of student education. I think students will be excited to see each other. Unfortunately, that means we can't give hugs, right? I know I feel like when I haven't seen somebody for a while, nice to see you, but we won't be doing any of that, of course. So the campus, physically, everything is set up. The signs are up. Everything is in place to welcome students back on Monday.
So Corey, you mentioned about the stairs in our building. I'd like to mention to our audience that we are located on 549 House Street, and in our building there are multiple language schools. However, we're the only one. SSLC and VICCC are the only one to be reopened on Monday. So it won't be as crowded as before, so which is a good thing for our students. And we moved from 5th floor to the 2nd floor, 2nd and 3rd. They won't have to, it's not a long way up to the 2nd and 3rd floor, so they can easily take the stairs.
Yeah, I mean, also we'll have staff downstairs welcoming students every morning. So we are going to be doing temperature checks as well, and we'll have staff down there. So students who want to come in a little bit early, they're coming a little bit later depending the time of that they start. But I mean, at the beginning we might be, please take the stairs. We want students to get into that habit, but we'll have staff down there welcoming them as well every day. And of course, I mean, we check attendance every day as well. So we will have really rigorous checks, not only for students, of course, which is all we do all the time as anyways, but for staff or if anyone else comes in the building. So we are keeping really close track of anybody else who's entering. I should mention for any of our partners that if they do want to come and visit the school, or if they want to talk to an advisor or a marketing manager, just like you've been doing the last few months, we are advising people to still use phone calls, Zoom meetings, some kind of teleconference, that there's really not a lot we need to do in person for safety's sake. And actually this includes our students as well. We do ask for students that they make appointments with their advisor. So a little bit different than before. Before, you'd get groups of students. I know you're a student, Ilias, right? They love coming to see you. Right? They all everybody loves Ilias. They all come around and, hey, uncle, and they chat with him. Like those kind of things are not going to happen anymore. If Ilias needs to talk to his students, he'll talk to them only one-on-one, right? And we recommend that they get appointments to talk to their advisor. If they don't have an appointment, it should be okay, depending what time, right? They can go and see if their advisor is available. If they're busy, they just need to come back when the advisor is free, but best to email the advisor and they'll let them know.
Yes, we are also available, especially advisors and marketers are also available via WhatsApp as well, so they can always reach me if they have questions. But we are also going to have rotating staff too, right? So not every advisor or marketer will be available.
Yeah, not every advisor will not be available every day. So we'll have a rotating schedule, and advisors can let their students know when they will be on campus. But for sure that they will be available. If someone really needs to talk to Amanda, for example, Amanda is on WeChat with her Chinese students. For sure, they can contact her on a day that she's not on campus.
Exactly.
And they would be happy. She'll be happy to help them. Yeah.
So, Corey, you mentioned a video for our current students who are enrolled in our virtual classes, online ESL classes right now. Their teachers will show this video to them. But how about for our returning students? Are we going to have any sort of orientation on the first day for them? Perhaps in their first class, or what's the procedure for the returning students?
Yeah, that's a really good question. What we are going to do is for students that were taking a break, maybe even students that are moving from another program, for example, or they're coming back to SSLC, we're going to be doing, we're going to be emailing them out the safety video. We're not going to be asking students to come and do any orientations on campus anymore. We find that, we'll do for all, returning and all new students, an orientation will be held the last couple days before they come to campus, basically the week before they come to campus.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be letting them know. So we're also going to email out basically a sheet, very simple, student protocols.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have these available in multiple languages. So
Mm-hmm.
for low-level students, or just for students, just to make sure, they read something, they're not entirely sure, they don't need to Google Translate it, we'll translate it for you. But all returning and new students will go through those documents before they come on campus. And like I said, we'll have them posted up around. I should mention, for new students as well, we used to do a placement test on the first day.
Mm-hmm.
And so they would come in the morning, hi, welcome. For sure, we'll still welcome you on your first day. But instead of doing a placement test on campus, we'll be doing it ahead of time. So we'll be doing it probably at least a week ahead. Students can do it in their country, right? If they're coming to Canada and they're going into self-isolation, as of course they have to right now, that also means that they can take online classes while they're in Canada. So we'll do their placement test ahead of time. We'll do their speaking test. We'll Zoom them, have a short little speaking test. And then when they come in on their first day to the campus, after they finish self-isolation, or if they're already in Canada, all they have to do is come to the front desk to get their books. So we'll email out their schedule to them, and we'll just give them their books, and then they'll be set, and they'll be all good to go. Yeah.
Great. So that means on Monday, even for returning students, their schedules are ready, and they'll just go to their classes at 9 a.m.
Yeah, everybody will get their schedule, and they'll be told. So just for everyone's reference, like Ilias mentioned, SSLC is moving within the same building. So we're just moving down a couple floors. So, all the classrooms are easily labeled so everybody can see, but all the students will get an email, and that email will tell them, we have a skill-focused program at ESL. So that means that students do change classrooms. And so this is, of course, so Vancouver and Victoria, students will be in different levels based on their skills. So in Vancouver, they might be changing rooms. I do want to mention that anytime a student changes rooms as well, we will be, of course, cleaning and disinfecting that room between students. But so the students will get their schedule by email, and everybody it's really nice having student emails, right? We can send out information. They don't need to come and ask us things. We still are available, right? The academic manager, James, his office has been moved, so he's right next to all the teachers' classrooms now. So students, if they do have questions, they can either make an appointment with him or drop in if he's free, one person at a time, of course. And so we can help students on their first day. Yeah.
Okay. Before we go on to some of our programs, we have some questions, by the way. We'll answer those shortly. Liliana asked the question, and also I have a question from Jorge as well. We'll go into those in a few minutes, but I'd like to touch more based on the physical distancing at our campuses. I know that we won't be using our student lounges anymore, right? Can you tell us a bit more about these measures taken at our campuses for our students?
Yeah, sure. So we are following the government requirements and some of the protocols that are set out for schools. And so that means even for offices and schools, certain shared amenities and shared spaces have to be limited. So that means that, starting when students come back, they will not be able to have lunch in their student lounge, but they can have lunch in their classroom. And actually, so we have a class before lunch, of course, or they can go to the classroom after lunch. So they have the choice of 2 different rooms. Of course, if they really want to go and hang out with their friends from other classes, that's fine. We're just asking that they go outside. So just up the street, right, there's a really big area at the art gallery. And so students can go hang out there. Some of the other things that they won't be able to do. So for example, Microwaves, right? We can't have multiple people using microwaves on campus, so students are going to have packed lunch, right? There is lots of sinks, actually. So at SSLC now, there's a sink on each floor, so students don't need to go to the washroom to wash their hands. And we've put signs where they can line up to wash their hands as well, so everybody is spaced out.
I guess I won't be able to play foosball with my students anymore.
Yeah, sorry. The foosball table has been taped up.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So no foosball. We do have a piano. The piano has been taped up as well. So
for those out there, maybe they are confused about why our students are changing classrooms. They may not know about our skill-focused schedule or system. Do you want to maybe quickly touch base on that, our skill-focused curriculum, why students are changing classes almost every hour? And I know that also teachers used to change classes, right? But they'll have their own classrooms right now, or will they be switching classrooms as well with students?
So because we have actually quite a few classrooms at SSLC, so unfortunately, right, as everybody knows, a lot of students can't come in summertime like they used to. So we do have lots of space. So teachers are staying in a maximum of 2 classrooms, and that's where they'll be. And then what we have, for example, students in our ESL program, the first class is grammar. So everybody goes to the grammar classroom. And so when we test students, we test grammar as a separate skill. So for example, skill focused means if my level is, upper intermediate, okay, so I'm going to go into maybe a higher level grammar class. I've been working really hard in my country. My grammar is pretty good. Maybe I come to Canada though, and my listening is not as good. My listening, I don't have as much practice. Maybe I'm lower intermediate level, so I will be in a different class. So that means, nobody's going to have all different levels all day. That would be very unusual, but it's actually more common for students to have at least one class with a different level. So that's actually really common, and I think it's a great system. I've taught and worked at a few different schools, but for students who want to practice, maybe their speaking is better. So, okay, they go in a speaking class. They don't have to sit there a little bit bored because some of their classmates are lower level, right? And same thing, if they really need to work on their writing skills, they're not going to be, I can't do it because this class is a little bit too actually hard for me. It's going to be their right level. And because we have enough classrooms, when students move to their next class, they're actually moving to a class that was empty before. So there was nobody sitting in that room. So when they move at 10 o'clock, that room has been empty from 9 to 10. And so it means that, it's clean, right? So we don't have to worry about students are changing rooms. The room is clean. And then again, if they ever do need to move, that room that was left, that was empty, of course, it will be cleaned again. But skill focused, it's a really great ESL. It's one of the really unique things about SSLC, letting students work at the skill level that is best for them, right? Instead of an average, we put you in the best class for each of the skills.
Exactly. So we place students according to their needs in each skill, basically, because eventually in the end, students perhaps take an English proficiency, let's say an IELTS exam, right? And how do they test your English? You need to do writing, reading, speaking, and listening. And we do this from the beginning. We start ESL, we separate all the classes, and everybody is at their own levels, whatever their levels are in each skill. All right, so we talked about this. Let's answer some questions here. All right, there are some great questions. So let's start with Liliana's question. She said she has a group of Mexican students who couldn't attend their 2-week program, and she says she's waiting for the good news. What are the regulations for them if they are attending just 2 weeks? This is one question, and there's another question from Daniela. Will you allow students to arrive 2 weeks before their start date, so they can start their classes the first day they are supposed to do it, or will they have to take the 2 first week of classes online? So we can start with Daniela's question. They can come 2 weeks in advance or at their start date, because we are giving our new students who are starting with us 2 weeks free. Is that correct? For the quarantine period, self-isolation period.
Yeah, that's correct. So students don't have to worry that they are going to come to Canada and they're going to lose that time. No, they will get those 2 weeks. Yes.
So they can come and they can attend our online program for 2 weeks. Once they're done with their self-isolation for 2 weeks or 14 days, they're ready to come on campus.
Yeah, and actually, speaking of self-isolation, so we also have created all the documentation so students, when they come into an SSLC homestay, that, or not even before the homestay, right? They know what they need to do in their country, what they need to do at the airport, and what they need to do at the homestay. So we know, it's a big thing to come and be like, I want to come to Canada right now. I want to travel. That's great. So you can be assured that your students will be safe. They're going to be, in a homestay that knows what to do for self-isolation, and we will be in contact with them as well. So we'll be in regular contact with them, and students, for sure, yeah, they can study while they're in self-isolation, and they can add that time on.
And of course, we'll help our students either with a homestay placement or at our student housing, student residence at GEC. We have dedicated rooms for self-isolation for our students as well.
Yeah, that's right. So if students prefer, they don't want a homestay, they can go to GEC and they can stay there. There's basically some food options that they can choose from, right? Different companies, the staff there will help students with that. So that's a really good option for students who, they're looking, there's a few different areas, but including downtown. So GEC is a good choice. And it's actually, it's run by the same company that runs SSLC. So it's a really good management system. Exactly.
And in regards to Liliana's question, if students are coming for only 2 weeks, they have to self-isolate for 2 weeks. So I'm not sure how that would work. Because the government of Canada has extended this self-isolation requirement until the end of August, I believe. So I'm not sure how it would work, but maybe Corey, you can talk about our virtual summer camp.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have a virtual summer camp that will be run out of 2 different time zones, actually. So we'll be doing out of the Toronto time zone, so Eastern Canada, which will be 9 to 12 p.m. Eastern time. And then we'll be running another one out of British Columbia, and that will be from 5 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. So you have a few different choices. Really, for students that would like to come to Canada for just a short while, it just won't be possible this summer. Still, Canada has a ban on all non-essential travel. So that means even with self-isolation or not, students would not be able to come to the campus. So the summer camp will be a really great choice. We're doing a special program for teenagers. So, a little bit more interesting. In Vancouver, we're going to be doing some high school subjects as well. And Toronto will be using their ESL program, and then we're going to be doing some activities. So some fun things online with students. We might do a Zumba class. I don't know if we've been doing Zumba for the last 3 months. Elias, I don't know if you ever joined.
I did, but
it was a lot of work. It's really hard work, but it was a lot of fun. So that's an activity for students. We'll be doing some arts and crafts activities, some Canadian activities. some fun games. So it's not all just work. We know students have been doing a lot of work as well, but definitely our Good Times Summer, basically virtual camp, will be running, and it will be starting in July and running until August. And that again is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. for Toronto time and 5 to 8 p.m. in Vancouver time.
And what's the age group for this program, Corey?
This age group is going to start at 13. It's basically 13 to 17. We can take maybe a little bit younger, but not really any, maybe like 12 and a half, but that will be the age range. And the curriculum actually is customized SSLC curriculum. So it was created specifically for teenagers. So, it's a little bit more fun. We'll be sending students digital books, right? So they'll get a digital copy of a textbook. So students should have a tablet or a computer. They should have a webcam because, your teacher wants to see you. So that's really important to mention. And of course, I think parents want their students to chat. And so we're going to keep the class sizes small so that students have lots of interaction. Zoom has the breakout room, so you can put students into groups. So yes, it's going to be really fun for students. It's a good option for summertime.
Okay, there are many more questions here. So Liliana, if you can't send your group, you can definitely have them join our virtual summer camp. So we have many options, as Corey just explained. She had a follow-up question here. I'll go into other questions. She said, so if, let's say, borders are open again and students can travel, do they have to arrive 2 weeks in advance to self-isolate, and then they can attend classes on campus 2 weeks? And in this case, do they have to pay for 2 weeks of extra homestay? I assume the answer is yes, but I'll let you answer that question, Corey.
So do they need to pay for homestay for those 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yes,
that's the question.
Yeah, that would be correct. They would need to pay for that. Yes.
And this is not in our hands because this is the rule by the Canadian government, right? So everybody has to self-isolate if they're arriving from overseas. So there's nothing we can do at this point. So they have to, if they're coming here, they have to self-isolate for 14 days. Yoko had a question here. Actually, let me go into, okay, let's ask Yoko's question. Do you have any after-school activities? I'm not sure if this was in regard to the virtual summer camp or our regular campus programs. So are we going to have any activities?
So unfortunately, we are not able to offer school activities for students. This is actually the same for all. So there is a tour company that we work with that is doing activities for international students, and they are following really strict safety protocols, really small groups. So students can join. So if they still want to go and maybe go on a hike, go to Whistler, those things are still possible. And we'll also have an activity board of suggestions and things for students to do. So if students, maybe they want to ride a bicycle, for example, in Stanley Park, but they don't know. So they go to the board, they'll have some advice. Okay, how can I do that? In British Columbia, we are encouraged to travel locally. So maybe students want to go from, maybe they're in Victoria, they want to come to Vancouver for the weekend. So Victoria staff will have some information posted for them. And of course, staff are always available to chat too. About, hey, how can I catch the ferry? How can I do this? So yeah, they won't be school activities, but will definitely help students find out what's happening in the city, both in Vancouver and Victoria. What are some local attractions? How can I buy tickets? And once they're back on campus, they'll be with their friends, and certainly small groups are allowed to go out. So there'll be lots of things for students to do this summer still.
All right. I have so many questions here. Let's start with, Jorge's question. So I have some students from LATAM interested in starting their EPE virtual pathway from abroad. So our pathway program, EPE virtual. May I know if this program, virtually delivered, will end anytime soon, or it will remain active for the whole 2020? So, Corey, this is a great question. Obviously, we were running our classes online, our ESL, all our classes online, but now we're coming back to campuses. What programs are moving to in-class instruction, and what programs are continuing with online?
Yeah, so for both SSLC Vancouver and Victoria, we are going to be having our ESL program return to the campus, as well as some of our specialized programs. So for example, our power speaking program, our IELTS test prep program, those will be coming back. But in regards to EPE and the pathway program, those will be staying online. So we are running both a daytime regular hour program in Vancouver and Victoria, and we also have an evening class. So this is really great for Latin American students who can't, maybe they're working and they want to take the evening class, they can do that. So that program is staying online, and we probably will be running it until the end of 2020, at least in one of our locations, so Toronto as well, to ensure that students have the possibility to, they can keep studying virtually.
If they want to attend some of our virtual classes, we're still running ESL virtual in Toronto time zone, right? For our Toronto campus.
That's correct, yeah. So Toronto doesn't have a specific opening date yet, like other schools in Ontario. That situation is a little bit different, but they're looking probably to open in August. But students can take ESL certainly for the entire month of July virtually if they register for Toronto. Yes, it's a good option for students, right? They're still at home maybe. They can't come to Canada, so if they want to study, that's a good choice. In terms of some other classes, I mean, we won't be offering our after-school classes for students, but students can, we'll be giving them some extra material, extra things for them to do as well, and students should still bring even a tablet or computer to Canada if they study. But if we have, maybe if you have a group inquiry or certain students that want to study virtually, you can always reach out to us and we can see what we can offer. We can offer your students as well.
Okay. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. There's another question here from Belkis Chang. I have students for Toronto, but the question is here, can they start in Vancouver for 2 weeks and then move to Toronto? I assume once we are open in Toronto.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she means for ESL, but certainly we have students who transfer between all three of our campuses, and that is totally fine. If it's a specialized program for EPE, for example, they would need to take 4 weeks in one campus before transferring. But ESL, you can do 2 weeks in Vancouver and then transfer to Toronto. Yes.
And this is another advantage of SSLC. You can change your campuses. You can start in Toronto, finish in Vancouver or in Victoria, or vice versa. So that's another advantage. But of course, you can do this once we reopen in Toronto as well. All right, more questions here. When can I start an English course? The soonest date?
Monday. So you can start on Monday, July 6th. Yeah. It's already Thursday, so we would want to do placement testing and orientation, but we are going to be taking students because we are following really strict classroom limits. The only thing is, we would ask students to register probably at least a week in advance, so we have time to make sure that we can put them in the right space. But yeah, definitely contact us, and we can get you sorted right away.
Exactly, and to add on to that answer, we have a weekly start date for most of our programs, including ESL, our IELTS test prep, power speaking, and modern media. And for our Pathway program, EP program, we have a monthly intake, so every 4 weeks you can join our program.
Yeah, for sure. If students want to take it, EPE, let us know. And I think the next one is July 20th is our next start date for EPE.
Yes, and we have shared our landing pages, our website here. You can just go to studySSLC.com/apply, and you can just apply from there. You can send us an email, and we'll get back to you. One of our advisors will get back to you within 24 hours. All right, I'm just going through some questions here. Okay, there's another question. If I apply to begin on January and my country does not open airport, if I want to start on January and if airports at Colombia is still closed, what will happen? So if you register with us for next January and for some reason you can't come to Canada, you can always delay your start date. You can postpone your start date, and then we'll just change your letter of acceptance and your invoice, and you can come whenever you're ready and whenever you can fly to Canada. So it's that easy. And right now, you can see our screen here. This is our Pathway page. You can see that we have over 35 partners, Pathway partners in Canada. You can also join our Pathway webinars every week. So we will have another one tonight, actually at 6 p.m. With Toronto Film School and Yorkville University. And you can see here how easy it is to join our programs, our Pathway program. You only have to contact us, and we'll be able to help you. And at the bottom of the page, you'll see our partners right here listed. So if you have any inquiries or any questions regarding any of these institutions, you can also contact us, and we'll be happy to help you. All right. I don't think I have any more questions here, but do you want to add anything else, Corey? Especially for Monday, for our returning students? What time should they arrive,
Students don't need to arrive really early on Monday. They can come as usual. I mean, please be on time. So make sure, if you'll receive the email. The safety information and the video, like I mentioned, is all going out today. If students do have any questions, for sure, right, they can ask their advisor and we'll get back to them right away. Mm-hmm. Students can bring their own mask for Monday. We'll have masks to provide students as well. Things are going to be different, but they're not going to be that different, right? We're going to be spaced out a little bit, but your teachers will be ready. They're all coming in on Friday to set up and be prepared. So, get ready to come and learn English. There's really nothing special that you need to do. Be prepared.
Okay, I have a few more questions here. From one of our students, Gizem. She's excited to, I believe, come back to school on Monday.
Hi, Gizem. I remember her, yes.
She's asking, will the start and lunch and end times of our school will be the same? I assume, so she'll start at 9 a.m., right?
Yeah, so ESL time will be the same. So Gizem, when we send out your schedule to you to show you which classrooms you're in, you will get a new schedule with slightly different break times, but starting time is still 9 o'clock and the finish time is still 3 o'clock for ESL. Some of the specialized programs will be a little bit different. and the teachers will be letting their students know. If you're a new student in a specialized program, for example, IELTS prep, we'll also, when we send you your class information, that program, for example, will be starting at 9:15, so you'll be coming in 15 minutes later. I guess maybe one thing we would ask is there's no need for students to show up really early. So, you don't need to come on Monday at 8 o'clock because when you come in, you need to go to your classroom, right? So we're asking students, you can't hang out in the hallway and chat with your friends like you did before. So you need to come in and you go, after you wash your hands or sanitize, you go directly to your classroom. So there's no need to come in really early. And the schedule, so lunchtime is still 12 to 1 for ESL. Specialized programs might be a little bit different. And VICCC, their programs, they're also in the same building. They will have slightly different start and end times as well that teachers will be letting their students know about. GISM, if you, students, some of the students are, for example, they're moving up a level. So at the end of every month at SSLC, students have the option to move up levels. And so they take tests. We give a report. And so instead of students coming to the front desk to get textbooks or coming to the academic manager to get a textbook, we'll be coming to classrooms. We won't be going in the classroom. Students will just come outside and pick up their book. And that way they can be all prepared. If you don't need for ESL, you don't need to bring in a tablet or a laptop. You can if you want, but there's really no need. A notebook as usual, right? But we have textbooks for each different class. So if your class is the same as it was before GISM, then just bring in those textbooks. And if you moved up a level, then we'll give you a new textbook.
So I believe GISM left off at level 2s in all the skills. So basically, she'll just continue on from level 2s. Again?
Yeah, I think I actually already double checked her last progress report. So for returning students, we're looking at their reports when they left. And I believe GISM, as an example, is still in level 2, but each student will be checking to see what their marks were when they left, so that they will be placed in the correct level when they return.
Great. Thanks for answering her question. If parents decide on virtual classes instead of on campus, will there be a refund? Another doubt is the guys have already paid for 2 weeks. Liliana, you can just contact one of our marketing managers. I'm not sure where you're from, but you can just talk to them and we can answer that question. Our marketing manager can answer that question. Obviously, if there's, I assume if there's a price difference, we can refund the remaining. Gizem said, thank you. I'm so excited to see all of you again. Yes, Gizem, we are also very excited here to reunite with our students, our teachers, our staff, my colleagues. So we'll see you on Monday. Don't be late.
Yeah, don't be late, Gizem.
She was chosen, she was actually the student of the month just before we closed, right?
Oh, you're right. Yes, she was. Yeah, Gizem was a very hardworking student, so I hope she's been doing some studying while she's been at home these last few months. If she hasn't, of course, that's okay, because once she comes back, she'll be with all her friends again, and she'll be speaking English all day again. So she'll definitely be working hard.
Exactly. All right. I guess we can wrap it up here. It's almost an hour. Jem, you were showing our website again. Let's go through that one more time, where students can reach us from. Can you put on the website on the screen? And then there he is. Okay, so you can just go onto our website. You can even chat with us online, chat with an advisor. You can see on the top, bottom right corner here, right here. Thank you. And we'll answer your questions from there, or you can just, leave your name, your last name, your email address, and just submit it. You can also see our new CACCT virtual program. We'll be having webinars for our programs, for our specialized programs, as well as our ESL programs separately, but we are also excited to launch our virtual CACCT cabin communication for airline cabin crew training program, and you can see it's $70 per week, so it's very affordable. All you have to do is, again, just contact us, connect with us, and we'll be happy to help you. And once again, thanks everyone. Thank you, Corey, for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining, and thanks for your help. Ilyas, we're really excited about reopening on Monday, and I know both Vancouver and Victoria are looking forward to welcoming students back and their staff back. And we've taken all the steps, and now it's time to get back into the class. And if you can't, we still have those online options, a few for you.
And continue to live the dream with SSLC, of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone. I'll see you again tonight at 6 p.m. For our Pathway webinar, of course. And then we have more webinars in the upcoming week. So please stay tuned, and also follow us on our social media platforms. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, even in TikTok, so please follow us, and I'll see you again. Thank you, and bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
The sun hits the planet on a different kind of angle down here. It's beautiful, it's lovely, and it's sophisticated. Canada offers stunning landscapes, beautiful natural wonders, and the Sprott Shool Language College. Our school was founded to amplify and expand the opportunities you have in life. At Sprott Shool Language College, we want to put you on the path to greatness. We take great pride in serving as your educator, mentor, and advisor. At our core, we are educators. Nothing makes us happier than to see our students progress and develop personally. As a country, Canada is home to a great mixture of diverse nationalities, cultures, and personalities. SSLC mirrors that spirit of multiculturalism on our campuses. Being surrounded by so many interesting people will inspire you to do great things. Vancouver is home to many attractions that bring people from all over the world. Join the incredible melting pot of ideas, philosophies, perspectives, and ideologies that we call British Columbia. Many people are attracted to the cosmopolitan lifestyle that Victoria City offers. If you love living in a highly diverse, multicultural modern city, living in Victoria will be perfect for you. As Canada's largest city, Toronto has unique opportunities you will not find anywhere else. Meeting interesting and influential people will increase your chances of finding learning opportunities and discovering your true life's passion. Join us at Sprott Shool Language College to enhance the quality and success of your life. Now is your time.